On a hot summer day in Georgia, a year before the Civil War, a young slave girl named Molly was tending to her chores. In the distance she saw a wagon coming down her dusty road, a tenant farmer bringing eggs and milk to her master's door. And he smiled and tipped his hat to her as he passed by, his arms as strong as iron from work and his eyes as blue as sky. Then he stopped and asked for water that she'd just drawn from the well, and she filled up his green mason jar before he bid farewell. In the months to come, he and Molly became best friends till May 12th of that next year, when their meetings had to end. And the last time that he saw her, he was dressed in gray. His soldier picture he gave to her before he went away. Battle after bloody battle he would fight throughout the war. That poor white tenant farmer thought he knew what he was fighting for. 2 or 3 black men had been captured to be hanged that next day. He was placed in charge of guarding them, shoot to kill if they run away. Oh, but Molly weighed heavy on his mind as he thought of their demise. So that night he turned his back to them, fired his gun into the sky. In a battle he was wounded, and while in a prison camp he lay. Molly had a daughter that she named Annie Mae, and her skin was brown as chestnuts and her eyes as blue as sky. Molly knew that he might never know she'd been told he had died, but when the war was finally over to his home he returned. He went in search of Molly, but the plantation had been burned. Days led to weeks, and weeks to years, and they lived their separate lives until 1916, when Molly died and Annie Mae found the picture in her mom's Bible it had been, and with it was a letter explaining how he was a kin. She traveled to Atlanta, where on his deathbed he did lay. He looked into her eyes and smiled before he passed away. He told her about the lives he saved the night he freed those slaves, and how they looked at him before they turned and ran away. She carried home his ashes to be scattered on Molly's grave, and buried there the letter that for years Molly had saved. Now his body's gone, but the love remained in the heart of Annie Mae, and from his his ashes grow the flowers on Molly's grave. Yes, his body's gone, but the love remained in the heart of Annie Mae. And from his ashes grow the flowers on Molly's grave.